यो योभन्दा भान्सा कहिले यस्तो छ हुन्छ यस्तै यस्तै हो योभन्दा झन् भएको त अब स्तरको हो नि औ ठुलो छ त्यो दुईवटा भेला बनाउँछ एकदम गाली त्यो एकछिन फोटो दिन्न त्यो कसैले त्यो बटर पनि हालेर खाँदो रहेछ नि त्यो बटर हजुर त्यहाँ बटर छ हनी पनि छ त्यहीँ हनी पनि छ हनी त चिसोमा हालेर खानु फोटो भयो भने हिँड्यो
यसका टावर कस्तो लागिरहेको छ हजुरलाई
ठिक छ सिकाउनु
यतातिरबाट लेग साइड देखिन्छ
सिकाउनु सिनेरी चाहिँ देखिएको छ सँगमा चाहिँ
फोटो भिडियो बना
बुढाबुढीलाई लिएर आएपछि अर्को चाहिँ के हुने कि के थाहा हुँदैन
नेपालको क्षेत्रफल यसको एरिया निकै हाफ नेपालको रहेछ 4-5 छ रहेछ 4-5 रहेछ आमा कस्तो लागिरहेको छ
नेपालमा बसेर मान्छे यहाँ आउँदाखेरि त
राम्रो लाग्यो
लाग्ने 2 महिना त कसरी गयो नि
फोटोहरू हेरेको सबै देखिया छ भिडियोमा चाहिँ भएको छ होइन अब
हामी आएको उता वेस्टतिर
विशाल छ विशाल रहेछ विशाल सिकागो चाहिँ अब यो 1886मा अब अमेरिकाको सबभन्दा ठुलो अब मजदुर आन्दोलन चाहिँ चलेको ठुलो सङ्घर्ष भएको 8 घन्टा मनोरञ्जन 8 घन्टा श्रम गर्ने एउटा चाहिँ नारा लिएर 1 मईका दिन हामीले चाहिँ अहिले मजदुर दिवस मनाउँछौँ त्यही ऐतिहासिक सहर यो सिकागो ल किन हामीले त पनि पनि देखिनु पर्यो नि त हामीसँग देखेर हात हाल्ला नि हात भिडियो पनि भइरहेछ भिडियो भइहाल्यो ल जा भिडियो आएको
खाली छ मलाई दामी
त्यहाँ
सक्नुहुन्छ कि
Fourth.
कार तल ल्याएको थियो
So right one from the picture. So we're gonna take this picture first, okay?
Okay.
So everybody go and step right in the back middle.
उहाँ जानु पर्यो हामी सबै मुनि हेरेर
A little bit in the middle. Right at the camera. Right at the camera. 3, 2, 1. One more. Okay, one more. 3, 2, 1. There you go. You guys have a couple minutes
मलाई चाइनामा चाहिँ
मैले भिडियो चाहिँ बनाएँ
बस्नु क्या आनन्द
साथै जान्छ
के भन्नु पर्यो यसलाई के भन्छ यसलाई
स्काई डेक भन्छ खास यहाँबाट चाहिँ सबै चिजहरू हेर्ने यहाँबाट तल
उदाहरण छ यहाँबाट यो सिकागोको पुरै सम्पूर्ण सहर चाहिँ देखिने रहेछ स्काई डेकको हामी जुन सिसामाथि बसेका छौँ अब अलिक ठुलै रोगी डराउने मान्छेलाई चाहिँ यहाँ बस्नु अनि यहाँबाट हेर्दाखेरि पुरै होसै उडेर हाँस्तो हुन्छ होइन अब 100 भन्दा बढी तल रहेछ सबै चाहिँ अब विचित्र रहेछ अलिकति
चाकल मारे बस्नुपर्छ
यसरी बस्नुपर्छ कस्तो लाग्यो हजुरलाई सिकागो
सिकागो चाहिँ यो एउटा ऐतिहासिक सहर होइन अमेरिकाको चाहिँ सबभन्दा महत्त्वपूर्ण चाहिँ अब सहर हो यसको चाहिँ अब विगत अब हेर्दा बुद्ध अब गर्दाखेरि त्यस्तो लागेको थियो अहिले प्रत्यक्ष भौतिक रूपले उपस्थित भएर सबै कुरा हेर्दाखेरि असाध्यै रमाइलो रमणीय र अब यो सबै कुरा अब देखाउने हेराउने बुझाउने घुमाउने सबै काममा हाम्रो एनआरएमको चाहिँ आदरणीय मित्र नेता बलरामजी त्यसै गरी चाहिँ हाम्रो अब सङ्गठनको चाहिँ नेता घनश्याम भट्टराईजी उहाँहरूको चाहिँ एउटा महत्त्वपूर्ण भूमिका र उहाँहरूले समय निकालेर अब हामी बुढाबुढीलाई कुनै चाहिँ सिकाको घुमाउनु भयो र अब यो देखियो
अनि हजुर त कहाँ बस्नुभएको छ त यो बसेको त देखेँ तल भुइँ त देखेँ होइन नि हजुरको
भोलि देखियो
हजुर
भोलि देखिया छ
वहीँ छैन हजुर कहाँ बस्नुभएको
म त माथि अब चाहिँ 100-100 भन्दा बढी माथि तलमा बसेको छु 100 भन्दा के
उसले चाहिँ अलार्म लगायो हामी हिँड्ने बेला भयो होइन
यसले अलार्म लगायो टाइम यस्तो पसिना हाम्रो अलिवाला देखियो
एउटा चस्मा हाल्नु न ल
Alright guys, the next group is here, okay?
हजुर हजुर भिडियो नै बनायो नि मैले
यो बिचमा आर्टिफिसियल रिभर बनाएको छ कि यो यो बिचमा रिभर चाहिँ उता लेकबाट पानी ल्याएर रिभर हालेर त्यो आर्टिफिसियल बनाएको छ यसमा चाहिँ कसरी बनाएको कति सालमा यो बिल्डिङहरू बने
सबैले खायो होला
सबै चाहिँ तपाईँलाई ब्रिफिङ गरिदिन्छ अहिले आउँदाखेरि सबैको
यो हामी क्रुजतिर जाँदैछौँ नि
अहिले हामी क्रुजमा जाँदैछौँ सिकागोको चाहिँ मिचिगन एभिन्यू र वाकरमा
मिचिगन र
अप्पर वाकरमा छ योभन्दा लेभलमा तल 3-4वटा लेभल छ
यो मुनि जमिन मुनि के छ यहाँ मुनि
यहाँ रोड
बाटो छ।
अब यो एउटा ट्राफिकको अफिस पनि छ जस्तो लाग्छ तल
अब जमिन मुनि 3-4 तला छ है यहाँ
जमिन 3-4
बजार पनि छ होला बजार
बजार त त्यसै त राखेको यहाँनिर
बाटो छ
अब बाटोहरू तलाई यो भयो योभन्दा तल यो यहाँभित्र चलिरहेको
अब लेक आउनु थाल्यो नि पुल आयो
यति नजिक कसरी बनाएको होला
सबै अब दिमाग
सबै के अरे उठ्नेवाला उठ्छ नि
ठुलो यो डाँडा
बिचमा त्यो फुलहरू जुन छ नि तिनीहरू सबै उठ्छन् बिचबाट त्यो फोल्ड हुने खालको फुल हुन्छ
यही नि
फोल्ड हुने सफा गर्ने सबै गर्छ
त्यहाँभित्र जान्छन् ठुलो
बाटो होइन माथिको फुलहरू
यही फुलहरू फोल्ड हुन्छ
फोल्ड हुन्छ अनि त कहिलेकाहीँ तपाईँको प्रोटेस्ट भयो आन्दोलन भयो भने बारीको मान्छे बारी आउनु नदिनलाई
त्यस्तो बनाइदिएछ है
त्यही मात्रै होइन 10 बजेको हो अब हामी ब्रेकफास्ट
होइन नखाइ हुन्छ त्यस्तो बहुत छैन
भोट त हामीलाई अब
यो के पार्क अरे हो नेभी पियर पार्किङ अब हामी यो लेक साइडको नेभी पियर पार्किङमा जाँदैछौँ गाडीमा तेल पार्किङ गरिसकेपछि हाम्रो यो क्रुजको चाहिँ यो तालमा ठुलो विशाल ताल छ, त्यो तालमा चाहिँ यो सबै कुराको इतिहासहरूलाई कठिन गर्दै कसरी बन्यो के बन्यो भन्ने कुरा इतिहासलाई सम्झाउँदै भन्नु छ अरे भन्ने सुन्ने छ। हामी त्यतिखेर जाँदैछौँ। यो चाहिँ यहाँको स्ट्रिटको चाहिँ बस रहेछ, स्ट्यान्ड गरेको छ पार्किङमा। हामीले चाहिँ सवारीको लागि प्रत्यक्षमा बसिरहेको छ रेड लाइटमा। अगाडि चाहिँ खुम्चिनी आफू फोल्डिङ हुने खुम्चिनी गर्छन् भन्न भन्नुहुन्छ साथीहरू। यस्तो प्रविधिको विकास आजभन्दा अब यो 19औँ शताब्दीमा चाहिँ बनाइसकेको हुन्छ अमेरिकाले। त्यसले गर्दा पुँजीवादको एउटा चरम अवस्था भन्छौँ अमेरिकालाई। साम्राज्यवादी यो माथि गन्डोला रहेछ, यो के भन्छ भोलि जस्तो केबल कार जस्तै हो, तर यो त खेल्ने चल्ने खेल्दो रहेछ।
Wine, soda, mixed drinks, bottled water. Feel free to visit the bar at any point during the trip. And last but not least, your dose and our tour guide will be Ricky. Once we get underway, Ricky will be out there for 75 minutes telling you a little bit about Wisconsin's history. The river has a lot of architecture.
चस्मा किन निकाल्यो यार, चस्मा लाऊ। यति राम्रो भएको थियो होइन त्यो, कालो चस्मा लाऊ भन्छु कि बुढीलाई।
ठिक भयो, अगाडिको मान्छे भयो, ठिक भयो।
यो हामी क्रुजमा सिपमा जहाजमा पानीमा बस्दैछौँ। अब एकछिनपछि घुमाउन लाने होला।
यो चाहिँ आर्किटेक्चर हो यो।
Boatload of fun here today. So whether you're from Chicago, from across the country, or across the world, you're now all on vacation. So sit back. Relax. Grab a drink for our amazing bartender, Lainey, in the back. Lainey is open the entire ride. So feel free to get up, visit her at any point. And, you know, it's not super hot out here, but always important to stay hydrated, so please drink water and enjoy your time here with us at Shoreline Sightseeing. So, first up, I want to draw your attention once more to the area I've already talked about a couple times, and that is, of course, to our left, in the distance is gorgeous Lake Michigan, the vast expanse of Lake Michigan to our left. Now, Lake Michigan here is one of 5 Great Lakes here in the Midwest. The others are Huron, Ontario, Erie, and Superior. Those Great Lakes contain about 20% of all the world's fresh water. Lake Michigan is the second largest of those lakes. It's the only one that does not share a border with Canada. And I learned, actually, recently on a rerun of Jeopardy, that it is the largest lake in the world that's entirely within one singular country. About Lake Michigan. Thank you, Alex, for that one. One of my favorite things to do on a hot summer day, maybe not quite like today, but today I was to do it, is go down one of our beautiful beaches and jump into Lake Michigan. The water is really refreshing and cool when you're feeling hot. And the best part about it, for me, is that there are no sharks in that lake. Now, as we start to turn on to the main branch of the Chicago River, there are 3 branches of the river. The main branch goes west, also east, and then we got the north branch and the south branch. We'll go down all branches today.
उद्घोषण गर्दैछ
First of many Chicago-style bridges. This is the DuSable Lakeshore Drive Bridge. This highway here, DuSable Lakeshore Drive, sort of the scenic route of the city. This goes all along Lake Michigan. But speaking of going along Lake Michigan, you can see that person running over there, people walking, driving a little stroller. This is the Lakefront Trail right here. The Lakefront Trail goes 18 miles north and south along Lake Michigan. It is a truly beautiful part of the city. Probably maybe my favorite part of the whole city is our Lakefront Trail. Now you can go for a walk, a bike ride, go rollerblading. It's a really, really pristine part of Chicago. So people often ask me, what do I do? I'm in Chicago for like 24 hours. What should I do? I would recommend you visit the lakefront. Go to this trail. You can go to a beach, a park, just sit out there. Really, truly beautiful thing to do. Great way to actually see the city. But the first of many spectacular views is going to pop out before your very eyes in about 5, 4, 3, 2, and boom! There she is. That is Chicago. We are now going right through the heart of the city. So first up on our architectural journey is over here on our left. It's one of our tallest, one of our newest, one of my absolute favorites, the very tall, very wavy St. Regis to the left. This majestic St. Regis Tower is now the third tallest in Chicago at nearly 1,200 feet, finished in just 2020. But it is actually now the tallest tower in the world, designed by a woman, Jeannie Gang. Jeannie Gang. She is a local Chicago architect who I think is really doing the most interesting work in Chicago these days in terms of architecture. All of her designs are very unique, very one of a kind, which is sort of what I love about architecture. And we're going to see more of her work as we continue through this river. World's tallest tower built by a woman. Yes, designed by a woman. Yes, yes. Now, as we look up at the top, though, you'll notice this big empty row. See that empty row there? So the building is finished. That is called a blow-through floor. A blow-through floor. How it works is, instead of windows, apartments, you leave this big empty row of space at the top of the tower so that the wind can blow right through the building, which makes the building absorb less wind, and that will thus stabilize it during any building sway. This is one of 3 ways we will learn today of how we can reduce sway here in the Windy City. Now this is a pretty luxurious tower. Okay? It has about 200 hotel rooms. The hotel finally recently opened. The rooms do start at $700 a night. It has about 400 condos. The condos range in price from $1 million for a 1-bedroom apartment. That's where I live. To a $20.5 million condo that has 4 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, and 2 floors at the top of that middle tower. But hey, just so you all know, and this first one here is called Spanish Revival Style. Spanish Revival. We call it that because the clock tower up there was modeled after La Giralda, which is a cathedral in Sevilla, Spain. The top of the clock tower is similar to the top of this cathedral you can see in southern Spain. Now there are 250,000 glazed terracotta tiles of cream and white in 6 different shades reflecting that sun. So we're right now. Terracotta is a material softer than porcelain that must be hand washed with soap and water every single year. Now looking at the Wrigley Building now, this is what we were doing in the United States in the early 1920s. We were copying all these European styles of architecture. By the early 1920s, the US still didn't have its own real identity in architecture yet, so we were still sort of copycatting a lot of Europe. And it wouldn't be until later on in the 1920s, so later in that same decade, that we finally get a style really kind of uniquely our own, uniquely American. And we'll talk about that style once it's visible from the river. But in the meantime, we're going to cross underneath the DuSable Bridge. DuSable Bridge, named after Jean-Baptiste Dussable, the first Chicagoan. We'll tell you about at the end of the tour. Crossing underneath, arguably the busiest street in downtown Chicago, Michigan Avenue right here. Michigan Avenue has lots of amazing things. Madden Mile, Magnificent Mile is that way. Magnificent Shopping. You got the Art Institute, Millennium Park that way. Lots going on up and down this street. You can get to it by the water taxi. But now we've reached a very contemporary style ahead of us in Trump International Hotel and Tower. This is the second tallest tower in all Chicago at 1,389 feet. And this is a style of architecture called contextualism. contextualism. You see those 3 patios on the building? These patios here all correspond to heights of neighboring buildings. The first patio corresponds to the roof of the Wrigley building that we just talked about. That second patio corresponds to the height of that pointy Mather Tower that's right across the river. And then that third patio way up there corresponds to the height of this black box building behind it called the AMA Plaza. But that's the idea of contextualism. It is a site-specific design, custom-made for its environment, all about blending in with your surroundings, trying to harmonize with these other buildings in the neighborhood. Now, finished in 2009, it was designed by Adrian Smith. Adrian Smith, he is an architect from Chicago who has built the tallest towers in the entire world. And parking, very precious. Now we're going to see more from this architect, more from Bertrand Goldberg and his circular concrete world illuminated. Well, let's jump across the river to a totally different style. This tall glass building with the crisscross panels of white granite. This is 77 West Wacker. If you look up at the top of 77, you'll notice this kind of Greek-style temple. So this is a style of architecture called neoclassical. You take this classical design, sort of like the Parthenon in this case, and you just update it with all these modern materials of glass, steel, granite. Architects love copycatting. We've already learned this in just a few buildings today. Love to copycat. And it's not about, ripping anybody else off so much as taking a design you already know, already love, updating it with your own spin and your modern technology. But I do want to point out the lovely Riverwalk area to our left. The Riverwalk here is a relatively new public amenity finished in 2016 and it zippers together 1.3 miles of Chicago River shoreline. And to quick example of a little Chicago-style resiliency, because 20 years ago, before they started to build the Riverwalk, people could not come down to the river very easily. It wasn't an accessible destination for people. So the city had invested in the future, invested in beauty, and now you can enjoy the river like never before. Go for a walk, a jog, walk your dog, have a drink, eat lunch on these nice steps. It's really become a true focal point of our downtown area now is our riverfront, which is a change from decades past. Now speaking of the river, Chicago is here today. We are all here today because of this river. The body of water right here, the Chicago River, is the waterway that connects the Great Lakes to the Mississippi River. That is why Chicago was built where it is, because this river meets Lake Michigan near where we started, and then it will continue eventually through other rivers all the way to the Mississippi. So it's a really important shipping factor here. I mean, it is really neon green, very intense, but it's a really fun Chicago tradition. Probably our weirdest one. So have you ever seen that before? Come back next March, go to the parade, downtown, take a little ride in. You can have an amazing time. We'll have a great time. Yep. Let's go back. Back to the 1920s. On the right, when this enormous structure, the Merchandise Mart. The Merchandise Mart is a style of architecture called Art Deco. Art Deco. This has all the classic features of that Art Deco style. Deep dark windows, these streamlined racing stripe glass skyscraper. On the left, starting there, this is the Nuveen building. The Nuveen building, this curvy green building, is another example of contextualism because you'll notice that this curve in the building is mimicking the curve here in the river. And the blue glass will match the blue of the sky, and the turquoise matches the green of the river. So that is contextualism as well. You're trying to blend in with the natural context. In this case, it's our beautiful green curving river. Now straight ahead of us are these giant glass buildings of very interesting shape. The one on the left with that Y-shaped face, just put a pin in that one. We will talk about that one in a few minutes. But straight ahead of us is River Point. River Point from just 2017. Now with those arches at the top, at the bottom, I have started calling this one the Hot Pocket. Or the ticket, or the Euro stick, or the McDonald's apple pie box, whatever looks like to you. Now that archway at the bottom, it has a really important function. It's so that the building's caissons, basically the foundations, that they're not interfering. It was a cold storage freezing building. It was a huge refrigerator for the meat packing industry. Meat packing, a really big industry for us in the early 1800s. Meat was Chicago's export. Chicago was called the hog butcher of the world. We say of broad shoulders, there are very strong meat packing workers. They would bring all this meat from the south side, freeze it in the house right there, and then ship it across the country on trains like the ones that used to run on the upraised bridge right there. speaking of, this is the Carroll Avenue Railroad Bridge, a 1908 historic landmark permanently raised in this position. You see that concrete block though? So that concrete block swings down about 90 degrees, letting the top part of the bridge bounce back in this kind of beautiful and beautifying way. And our relationship to our river is changing as the health of our river continues to improve. And we'll talk more about that later. But we're now making a little U-turn. We're going to head down to the south branch of the river where there's more amazing things to see. Give you a chance to visit our amazing bartender Lainey back there, grab something to drink. And I will be up here in the meantime. It'll be just a couple of minutes, but in the meantime, if you have any questions at all,
Most welcome to Sika.
barges like this used to be, you know, what filled this river all the time. When we were this really important port city. You see barges like this carrying merchandise, carrying goods for construction. That's sort of still what you can see today. Usually they're carrying material like this, what looks like some sort of gravel or sand. So kind of a little glimpse into Chicago's past when we were just teeming with barges in this very, very busy port. Once more, this area, the Sears or Willis Tower, yes, two names, we'll talk about that later. We have that's a callback building with the white antennas. We have then the Princess 311 South. We start renting the name for $1 million a year, and it started to be rented by Willis.
मस्ट वेलकम छ हजुरहरूलाई सिकागोमा होइन कस्तो फिल भयो राम्रै लाग्यो होला होइन हामीले सकेको प्रयास गऱ्यौँ देखाउने प्रयास गऱ्यौँ कस्तो लाग्यो हजुरलाई
एकदम राम्रो लाग्यो हजुरहरूलाई धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद सबै पर्यटकहरू ऐतिहासिक आशा के मेरो ल
चारैजनाको एउटा फोटो खिचिदिनु भनौँ नि कसैलाई आउँछ
बल्ल त्यतिकै गराएर बल्ल भयो
बत्ती झिलिमिली छ
बिएनबी यस्तो अब बेला बेलामा आउने अरू बेलामा चाहिँ भाडामा दिने जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई चाहिँ हाम्रो त्यो एयरबिएनबी भएर चलिहाल्थ्यो नि गएर सोध्ने कि तिमीले एयरबिएनबी दिन्छौ कि भनेर आहा यस्तो नेपालमा ठ्याक्कै पाहाडमा डाँडाबाट यस्तै फिल आउँछ कि मलाई त्यस्तो यहाँ पनि छ होला हामीलाई मात्र थाहा नदी गर्नु खान पाएको कि त्यस्तो धुवा यहाँ पनि त उड्यो होला नि होइन छैन तिम्रो सिंगल फोटो खिच्ने हो ल भिडियो त बनिरहेछ त नि अब बोल्नु पर्यो यहाँ भिडियोमा म के बोलिरहेछु त मैले ओहो
मैले ल्याएँ दाइ यता फर्कनुहोस् त म त भिडियो बनाएँ त ल भिडियो बनाएको छु है मैले ल जे अब यसो एक्टिङ गर्नुहोस् आपसमा छलफल गर्नुहोस् अलि त्यो नेचर जस्तो हुन्छ कि अब म जान्छु तपाईँ ल ढुङ्गा ल्याएर कति गरेको छ कति मान्छे सबै यो जमाना चाहिँ पुरै त्यही अफ्रिकनहरूलाई कजाएको त कालेहरू छु ल आउनु आउनु सरी उहाँलाई गाह्रो हुने भयो गाह्रो हुने भयो
हामी जानिन्छ
हामी त त्यही बिस्तारै बिस्तारै हेर्दा हिँड्थ्यो त हिँड्ने नै हो यसको उपचारै हिँड्ने हो त्यो झन् जाम हुन्छ
हामी उठेको त आफू साथी
उहाँहरूले आफ्नै हाम्रो बाहिरले यो के बनाएर चाहिँ गेट जस्तो बनाएर छ कि पारी हो पारी भ्यू टावर जस्तो हो चाहिँ के त्यसरी बस्न सकिन्छ फेरि आफन्त उहाँ पनि आफन्तको भन्दा साथीको मजा आउँछ कि बस्नु त्यो के भन्ने ठुलो जहाज यता फर्केर यसो हेर्नु त ल ल ठिक छ क्यानाडाबाट आउँछ मैले अब होइन यो पनि हेर्छु नि यो पनि हेर्छु फोटो होइन भिडियो
तपाईँले अस्ति आर्किटेक्चर टुरमा सबै पढाउँदै गयो होइन भन्दा घर चाहिँ सबै बुझिँदैन अब पढाएको त
पढाएको
तर घर त देखियो नि त त्यहाँ
होइन त्यो त हामी त भिडियो र फोटो खिच्न लागि
हो पछिसम्म रहिरहन्छ
पछि रहन्छ त्यो अब त्यसले भनेको कुरा त हामीले यसो इतिहास पढ्यौँ थाहा
सिका सिका भनेको बुझ्यो
त्यसले के भनेको त्यहाँ भने हरेक घरको इतिहास भन्छ त्यसले। यो घर इन्साला बनेको यो घर इन्साला बनेको भन्छ अब त्यो त जरुरी पनि छैन हामीलाई त्यो त त्यसको इतिहास भन्दै भन्दै जाने हो
समग्र यो सिकाको चाहिँ प्लानिङ छ कसले बनाएको फर्स्ट लेडी भन्ने लेख्या हुन्छ सबै उसमा ए यो हो यो हो पहेटा
पहेटावाला त आइएछ के ज्यादा पुल रहेछ
यो बनाइदिएको छ कि मान्छेलाई त आकर्षित गर्नलाई
यहाँ म्युजियम बनाइदिएको रहेछ मान्छेले हेर्न जान्छन् यताबाट पुल रहेछ होइन बिजनेसको लागि कसरी आकर्षित गर्ने यहाँ आउँदा के हेर्ने त मान्छेले भन्ने बनाइदिनु पर्यो नि हाम्रातिर त्यो अलिक विकास भएको छैन हाम्रो विराटनगर जाँदा के हेर्ने त अब त्यो विराट जाँदा हेर्ने चिज त्यो बुद्ध के अरे विराट राजाको दरबारको अवशेषलाई संरक्षण गरेर टक्क हिस्ट्री जोडेर राखिदिएको भए मान्छेले त्यो हेर्ने ठाउँ भेट्दै के अरे मेरो आफ्नो सिटीको बारेमा मलाई त्यस्तो नलेज आउँछ क्या त्यो चाहिँ छैन
अब त सक्यो भने डाउट
ठाउँ नै हो
कसैले बटर पनि हालेर खानु रहेछ नि बटर
हनी पनि छ त्यही हनी पनि छ
हामी त चिसोमा हालेर खानु यस्तै हो योभन्दा झन् भएको ठुलो छ हेर्दा भिडियो आउँदैछ त।
बनाएको नि यहाँ जिरो क्लिन
ए डिसेम्बरमा
डिसेम्बरमा त बनाइसक्छु न यो लाइभ सो भन्छ एकछिन अलिक अगाडि लाइभ सो भन्ने हुन्छ त्यतिखेर यिनीहरूले यो लाइभ सो सबै रूपमा लाइभ लगाइसक्नुपर्छ त्यो दिन सबै दिन हाम्रोतिर तिहारमा के त्यस्तो झिलिमिली हुन्छ
यहाँ यी तिहारभन्दा अझ राम्रो छ अहिले झिलिमिली छ।
अहिले चाहिँ तर अझै यो क्रिसमस लागेको छ यो रुखपात सबै यहाँ क्रिसमस ट्री ठुल्ठुला राखेर सजाएर
अब एकदम मध्य भयो यतापट्टि एकदम राम्रो आउँछ है
यहाँबाट हो कि हजुर एयरपोर्ट चढे यहीँबाट
बोडी चाहिँ चढ्नु अब यहाँबाट
चढ्ने ठाउँ
होइन उताबाट चढ्नु भयो त यही बेर
नेभी पियरबाट हो र
ए यो ट्रम्पवाला आयो यहाँ यो बोटबाट
यसलाई भन्दै लान्छ नि ट्रेन
बोडी मुनिबाट गएको हो नि
यी
त।
बोटिङ यहाँ मुनि ट्रम्प हाउस हुँदा देखाएको थियो ट्रम्प बिल्डिङ ए देखियो नि यताबाट यो त दुईतिरबाट हिँडाल्दो रहेछ क्या उताबाट पनि छ कि लेक यता घुमाएर फेरि यसरी लाँदो रहेछ
यो खोला सट्टा गरेर फेरि घुमाएर
ल्याउँदो रहेछ
यही खोलो परासम्म जान्छ अनि त्यसलाई 1.5 घन्टा लाउँछ
हजुर 90 मिनट लाग्यो
सबै उचालिन्छ दुईपट्टिबाट
पनि हेऱ्यो भने सिसा छ सिसाभित्र छम्क गाडीभित्रै छ गरेर किन खस्टिएर
बत्ती देखिँदैन कहाँ छ बाटोमा हाइवेमा कुदाउँदाखेरि त्यो बाटोमा त लगाइदिएको हुन्छ बत्ती हो कि के हो त्यो उज्यालो पारिदिएको हुन्छ
ऊ त्यो मकैको छोडाको जस्तो घर देख्नु पनि अस्ति होइन
देखियो
त्यही एरियाबाट जानु पनि अस्ति होइन
यो अघि हामी उताबाट गयौँ होइन
त्यो उता त्यो
अहिले बाटो आइन्छ
अर्कै हो अब यहाँ अहिलेको बाटोको तल हो अब हामी यता भित्र जान्छ हो त्यहाँबाट राम्रो सिन देखिन्छ त्यो मकै जस्तो घर त पुग्नु भएको रहेछ नि त्यो एरिया होइन
छोरीले त अलिक दुःखरा आएको यो जाने डाउन टाउन घुमाउनु खोजेको अब अब त बहिनीहरू लानु हो होइन उहाँ चाहिँ
अनि रातिको यसो पनि हेरौँ न रिमझिम भन्ने त हो
पानी नपरेको भए केटीहरू आउँथ्यो नि मलाई पनि डर लाग्यो फेरि निस्किन मन लाग्ने हाम्रो लड लाग्यो त्यो बेलाको त भोलि बहिनीको के हुन्छ
आमा छोरीको पनि फोटो ल्याउनु
ल हामी यता बसेर रमाइलो भएछ होइन त
थाकेको नत्र कमला बिचारा
के थाहा
सिकागोको डाउन
10 घन्टा 12 घन्टा काम गरेर थकाइ लाग्दैन
अन्त दरी पो श्रीमती ल्याएको छ है दाजु।
म 16 घन्टा पनि उभिएर काम गरेँ
कति वर्षको फरक हुनुहुन्छ
धेरै फरक
9 वर्ष
भर्खर कि ल्याएको दाजु मैले कलिअलि केटी बिहे खोजेर बिहे गरेको कि अनि
अब उहाँ इन्द्रालाई पनि त कलिलो केटी पाउनु भएको छ
उसले त योग्य
तपाईँ त
योग्य केटो पाएको
हस मिजाज सधैँभरि खुसी रहने होइन
मलाई त केही थाहा थिएन दाजु
हो मैले थाहा पाएँ
अब त्यो कथा सबै नभनी यहाँ रेकर्ड भइरहेछ हेर होइन फेरि नेपालतिर पनि बिहेको कथा पुग्छ
यो अब हाँसो गर्दै
आज तर रमाइलो कथा गर्दै घुमिएछ भन्ने पनि भयो होइन दाजुभाउसँग
दाजुले पनि त अब बहिनीको बिहा गर्न त ज्वाइँ त रोजेरै बिहाने कुरो भयो नि सबै कुरा बुझेरै त अब सिकागोको डाउन टाउन सिटी है यो त तल लेख्छु नि मैले
अझ यतापट्टि लाँदै गर्नु त्यहाँ देखिन्छ है